Dani, what would you like the world to know about you?
Okay, what would I like the world to know about me? I'll try to keep it brief, but hang in there with me for a second or 3 minutes. I am Dani Bowman, founder and chief creative officer of Danimation. As you can see, this is the new logo in the background. I received my BFA magna cum laude in animation in 2018 and my MBA summa cum laude in global strategy and leadership in 2020. And I will continue my education in fall 2021 for a PhD in autism research-based positive psychology because I want to prove that by focusing on the positive side of autism, it can help bring people with autism into the real world just like my family did with me. Well,
Nice.
thank you.
Dani, I had a question about that. So, what inspired you to want to do a PhD in autism research?
What really inspired me to do the autism and PhD research, it's all when I was attending Woodbury University's MBA program, my associate dean for the program, Dr. Santita Damad, encouraged me to get a PhD, which really benefits my company.
Nice.
My company in the long run.
Very cool. Very cool. And what year would you graduate with your degree?
With the PhD, it's going to take about 4 years. The next 4 years.
Oh wow. Woo. It's as somebody who just got his doctorate, I can tell you it's so rewarding once you're done. It's a lot of hard work, but if I know anything about you, Dani, it's that you are ready for the challenge. Dani, what would be one thing you should not say to somebody who has an autism diagnosis?
There are so many things people should not say to people with autism, but for me personally, I hate it when people say, "You don't look autistic." What do they mean exactly? I know they're trying to be nice, but what does autism look like to them? Do they think we're all Rain Man?
Yeah.
It's really annoying. It just shows their ignorance. We are all very different. That's why it's called an invisible disability. For many of us, it's really invisible. You can't see it. But it doesn't mean our struggles are real. They are very real.
What is something you should say to somebody with an autism diagnosis?
I would say to someone with my diagnosis, don't let anyone tell you you can't do this or you can't do that. You can do anything you want, just like anyone else.
Nice, Dani. So what do you like to do in your spare time? Obviously, you're really busy.
What do I like to do for my spare time? You mean when I'm not working on animation productions or getting prepared to present at conferences? I have a whole list that I'd like to do for fun, such as gaming, drawing, traveling to new places, and trying out new cuisines. I am a big foodie.
You tell us a little bit about when you were diagnosed and how old you are today?
Sure. You can say I was a little ping pong back and forth between the pediatricians, the regional center, and the school district. Nobody wanted to diagnose me. They kept saying I had a hearing problem, but my mom knew better. What did a hearing problem have to do with being nonverbal? Finally, the school district had the pediatricians agree to diagnose me officially at age 4. I think it was because girls with autism are often underdiagnosed at that time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. And now today, girls are diagnosed 4 times less often than boys. When you hear about that, how does that make you feel?
How does this make me feel? Well, I'm just a little upset that there should be more girls that need to be diagnosed earlier.
Nice. What are the main obstacles and strengths that come with your diagnosis?
One of my main obstacles was being nonverbal till age 6. I did some ukulele, but I did not speak in full sentences until much older. Because of my setback in speech, I was put in special ed, and that really held me back. They thought that because I did not speak, that I must not understand. But I understood everything. It was the Broca's and the Winneckers area part of my brain that is not connecting properly. So my brain is too fast and my tongue is too slow. I still have a problem with that. Other challenges I have includes eye contact, maintaining conversation, organization, and tracking time. Still have those challenges. And my strengths are the ability to hyper-focus on tasks, my photographic memory, and research, and best of all, my love of animation.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to talk a lot about your animation a little bit later on. Dani, how many people have taken part at your animation group?
So can you ask that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So how many
Oh,
people, because you also have the camps as well.
it's right. It's over 2,000 students that attended my workshops at Danimation.
Nice. And so, Dani, obviously, we have an election that's about to come up, and by the time we post this video, it might be after the election. If you could be the president for one day, what would you like to see accomplished for people impacted by a diagnosis like us?
Okay. If I were the president for one day, then I would like to see accomplishing, I would like to see that is improved is the employment rate of people with autism entering the workforce and the way to facilitate that.
I love that. So, uh, obviously, you were nonverbal till you were 6. I was nonverbal till I was 2.5. What would you say was one of the best things that your family did to help spark the ability to communicate in you?
Okay. Because of my ongoing support of my aunt and uncle, they saw my love of animation and they used it to reach and pull me into the real world. They even encouraged me to that's why I've been encouraged to go to many animation events and autism conferences so I could be able to use my love as a potential path to my career.
Nice. What would you say up to this point has been one of your greatest challenges? And then the follow-up would be, what has been one of your greatest accomplishments up to this point in your life?
Yes, I have the same challenges as you. I didn't speak until age 6. Because of that, I was put in special ed classes all the way till 10th grade, when I was informed by my counselor that I was going to just get a GED instead of a diploma, which would have prevented me from going to university. I was not going to accept that. So in my last 3 years of high school, I had to catch up with my general ed, which was one of the hardest things I have ever done. However, I did graduate with a 4.0 in honors, as a matter of fact, and the rest is history.
What got you interested in animation? What was your aha moment that led to you wanting to start doing animation?
I've always loved animation ever since when I was a kid. And I remember that I used to do little stop motion animations, like I took one picture, moved one plush, took another picture again and again, and so on and so forth. When I was about 4 or 5, and animation characters, and I would say that in my childhood, when I was a child, my only friends were animated cartoon characters. I had a dream of turning my love of animation into a business. Fast forward to age 14, my dream of starting an animation studio came true with lots of hard work, dedication, and the help of my family.
Nice. Dani, what do you think about all the projects that are currently being done, which are including people with disabilities and autism? I know Disney Plus, for example, has done shorts such as Float, which was inspired by Special Needs Dad, and then Loop, which actually had a nonverbal girl on the autism spectrum in it. Has that inspired you in what you're doing today with your work?
It did. It is really inspiring. And by the way, I was featured as one of the panelists for the Autism and Disabilities group at WonderCon, where they talk about disability representation in the media entertainment industry, which included 2 Pixar shorts, Loop and Float.
Awesome.
And the creators were there as well.
Everyone, Kerry Magro here from A Special Community. I can't thank you enough for watching this video, and if you like this video, please click on some more videos around our YouTube page. We are just trying to give a voice to countless people in our neurodiverse community, so please, if you can, subscribe to our video page, and then you'll also get to see a little bit more about my story from nonverbal autism to today being a professional speaker. Thanks so much, y'all.